We are looking at exercise 4.2, number 1, 3, NCERT class 10. It says, find the roots of root 2 x squared plus 7x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. As I had told you before, whenever you do a solution this way, of this kind, you have root 2x squared plus 7x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. And since the question is under a factorization method, we need to split the middle term, which is 7x. Now remember that the coefficient of x squared is root 2 and the constant is 5 root 2. These are the two that you need to multiply, alright? So you have to multiply first root 2 into 5 root 2, which would give you 5 into 2, which would give you 10. Now, using the factor tree, this 10 would be 2 into 5, and then this would become 5 into 1. So you have two factors here, 5 and 2, which you can manipulate to get the product of 10 and the sum of 2. So we can clearly see that we can write this as root 2 x squared, alright, plus 5x plus 2x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. And then after we do that, we factorize these two terms here, and you would see that x is common among these two. So we take x out, and then inside we write root 2x plus 5. So we have managed to factorize these two. Then now we will factorize these two. And we put here, since there is only 2 that is common here, and you would need to understand how that is root 2. 2 can be written as, to get a 2, you know, we remember that root 2 into, root 2 into root 2 is equal to 2. So here we just put here as root 2, and then inside we put root 2x. So root 2 into root 2x will give you 2x. Alright? Now you already have root 2, so here root 2 and this one can be taken out, and you just have 5, which is equal to 0. And clearly you can see that you have managed to factorize with the ones in the bracket being of the same. So now you have x plus root 2, taking this and this, and then you have root 2 plus 5 as the other one, which is equal to 0. Now you can conclude by saying, therefore, the roots of the equation are the values of x. Either x plus root 2 is equal to 0, which can be implied as x is equal to minus root 2, or root 2, sorry about that, I didn't write the x here, root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, which can be implied as x is equal to 5 comes this side and becomes minus 5 upon root 2. You can write it this way, but you can start saying, or x is equal to minus 5 upon root 2, and put here into root 2, and they also put into root 2, is equal to minus 5 root 2 upon 2. And what is the reason here? You can write taking conjugates. Or otherwise, it is another reason is by rationalizing. So your answer is x is equal to minus root 2, or x is equal to minus 5 root 2, or 5 root 2 by 2, and put the negative there also. Thank you. Please subscribe, hit and like, and hit the bell icon.